Hey guys, it's Evan, and we're going to do a real quick lighting shootout between three lights, and that is the Rayzr 7 300 daylight, Fresnel, the digital Sputnik DS1, and the Arri T1 1K tungsten Fresnel. And so I just wanted to sort of do a quick test to give you guys a sense of how these lights compare. And there are some different ways you could do this. I decided that the simplest way to do it is to punch them through this 6x of light grid, and what that does is it removes any like hot spots and stuff. I might quickly pull the light grid out for shots so you can just see what the direct hard light looks like, but currently we have Mandy standing in as our model. She's probably about 8 feet from the light grid, and the lights are probably about another 8 feet from that. So lights are pretty far from talent, and that's sort of to help get a sense of how I would personally tend to light with these lights. Now, how you can use them for like hard slices and stuff is a separate video. I wanted to leave this quick. I'm also not going to get into like super strict like color accuracy tests. It was more just a sense of, if you're going to use this to make a big diffuse source and need some punch, how do they compare output wise? So we have the C100 filming our shot. We're going to quickly switch lights on and off and just see how things change. So first we have the Rayzr 7 300D going right now. The camera is at f2.2, ISO 850, and we have 2 stops of ND on. So I'm going to pull out my Lumu light meter app on my phone, and let's take a look at what we're getting over here. So according to the app, we're getting whoopsie. And then I closed the app. Screenshotting's hard, guys. And then I did it again. There we go. So getting a 4.5 and 1/3, a 48th second exposure, and that's at 24 frames per second. So getting a decent amount of light still for the fact that these lights are so far away. Obviously, if you walk it in, your exposure is going to jump up considerably very quickly. I'm going to quickly pull our diffusion here. Whoopsie. And you can sort of see that most of the light is falling in front of Mandy, and so we're sort of getting that edge from the flag, which helps separate her from our background. That's hard light, soft light. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to kill the Rayzr, and we're going to pump up the digital Sputnik. All the Fresnels are at full spot, by the way, and just sort of filling the frame. So let's see if we meter this guy now, right around our subject's face. We get a 2.8. So we're like a full stop lower on the DS1. We're still getting a good amount of output, especially when you consider that this is through diffusion, probably 16 feet from talent. So it's not a bad little light, and obviously with the digital Sputnik right now it's powered by a V-mount, and it is RGB, so we can switch all our colors. It's at 5600 Kelvin right now, but we're still getting a good amount of light out of it. So we're getting a 2.8 on that guy. Screenshot this for the sake of memory. Double check it. 2.8. Cool. And then we'll go hard light, soft light again. So that's with the digital Sputnik. Now, one thing that you can probably see there is that as the digital Sputnik catches the edge of that frame and it throws shadows, because of the multiple point sources, it'll throw multiple colored shadows, which gets fixed with various accessories they have, like the beam adapter, which knock a little bit of output, but if you want to go super hard light through things, there you can still do that. So we'll take the digital Sputnik, knock that guy off, and then we'll kick on our T1. Now, I was debating what to do with the T1. Currently, it has some CTB on it just to knock it into the same color space as the other two. Obviously, the digital Sputnik can go daylight or tungsten. The 300D is daylight only, but has a lot of punch to it. The T1 has a good amount of punch, but if you want to go daylight, you have to gel it, which loses a little output. So For the sake of this test, I wanted to show you guys what it looks like gelled, but we're gonna actually meter it ungelled so we have a Kelvin, or a tungsten source rather. So we have our tungsten kick coming in through the diffusion, and there we're getting a 3.6 on the meter. So it's a pretty clear step that the 300D gives you the most output. The T1 1K Fresnel gives you the second most output, and then the DS1 gives you the least output, but it's still a lot of output. I mean, being able to put that light that far away and still shoot it at 2.8 is pretty impressive as far as I'm concerned, especially for something battery powered and easy to fly with. That's okay. So that's our quick test. If you guys have more stuff you want to see out of these, let me know. But that's sort of all we've got going on for this today.